guys, welcome back to our channel. My name is Ulelwa. In case you are confused, yes, I shot this video the same day I shot last week's video, because you never know how your week might go. I might be feeling under the weather, but I just wanted to make sure that there is content coming out. So yes, hence I'm still in the same jacket, same hairstyle. Yeah, it's just me. In this video, I'm going to be updating you on Nagi so far, everything that has to do with Nags, and also my first clinic appointment and what actually went down, because you know how people scare you about government clinics? Yeah, so I'm going to be sharing my side to my journey at the clinic. If you are new, hey, please don't forget to subscribe before you leave, and to our returning subscribers, yellows. So I have been procrastinating going to the clinic. I know it sounds wrong, I know it's bad, but guys, the thought of going to the clinic has just been putting me through the absolute most. So I've been postponing it. I asked my gran, because my gran was like a nurse, I mean, so many years ago, but anyways, I asked her, I think 15 years ago, I asked her, when do I actually need to start going to the clinic? Because you know how we all know that you need to go to the clinic, but no one really knows when you need to go to the clinic. What do you say when you get to the clinic? Like the ins and outs of the clinic, you just don't know. My plan was to go after we come back from Cape Town. Cape Town didn't happen. On Monday, Ramaphosa announced that on Thursday the lockdown was going to start, or Friday, I'm not sure. So I decided that, you know what, the following day, I think it was the following day, yeah, the following day I'd wake up and go to the clinic. With government clinics, you have to wake up. It's how it is. So with me, I'm used to waking up at around about 10, 9, 10, 11 sometimes. So me having to wake up was a huge thing. So I first asked my sister-in-law, like, what time do I need to wake up? What time do I need to get there? The ins and outs that pertain to the clinic. So she was like, 7:30, please be at the clinic. I got there at 7:45, which was okay for me, because I never wake up that early anymore. So I got there, and because of the coronavirus that's going around, you don't just go in straight to the clinic. You have to stand by the gate, and then the security guard only lets in like a few people at a time. And in the shade, luckily there was a bit of shade, and eventually my turn comes and I go in. I'm thinking that, okay, the clinic might not be as full. Obviously it's going to be full, but maybe not as full, you know. So we get there and bam, there are so many people inside there, and you just don't know where to go. And I was following like this lady who were chatting to, you know how you're trying to get friends so that you don't look lost and you know who to ask and stuff. And she was coming there for the vaccination of her daughter. We walk in, there's a lot of people, and we start sitting down, and this line is flippin' long, and it's just for you to go open up a card, the clinic card. So long. I find the line keeps moving. I think there were like 2 people doing the admin, but yeah, we can't complain. Some people were put in front, like those who are just coming in for the vaccinations of their kids. Those people were sent straight to the front, so it made our line very slow. The elderly, they were also put in front, so the line was really long nonetheless. So fine, my turn gets there. She asks me why am I here? I'm like sick or something, and I'm like, I honestly didn't know what to say. I wasn't sure whether I must say I'm here because I'm pregnant, I'm here for a test, like I just didn't know. I was like, I'm here and I was like, I'm here to start my clinic appointments. And she's like, for what? And I'm like, for my pregnancy, I guess. And then she gave me the right documents, and she filled in everything, and she told me to go for my vital checks. There was another long line for the vitals, super long line, but she was like, no need to sit in line, you can go straight in. I was like, thank you, Lord, thank you. And and then fine, I do the vitals. And oh, before I actually did my vitals, this guy comes up to me. He's like, Sorsis, as you can see, Sonke, we are sitting here, we are waiting to go in and do our vitals. You can't just come in and stand there. I'm like, but the nurse told me. I didn't just decide to come here, the nurse told me. She's like, and he's like, why did he tell you? What's so special about you? I'm like, feel free to go ask the nurse. Like, I don't know, she told me to come here, so hence I came here. She even stated that you don't need to go sit in line. So I came straight here. And then fine, he goes off, and then first things first, the lady sees that I'm here to start my clinic appointments for the pregnancy, and she is like, please go. And she's like, who I am? She's like, who? She's like, yo, I. First things first, you need to go take a pregnancy test. You need to be sure. I fine, I don't mind. So I go do the pee thing. Come back. She checks my sugar levels, my BP levels, my pulse, which is always high. And then she does the RH test thing. Everything there went well, fine. And then this lady, she's like, and then this lady, she makes a comment. She is like, you know when someone's trying to be that nice mean? She's like, yazi nje indaba yokuthi umuntu anganaki indaba zesikole aloku ejaha ukumitha. And I look at my ring, I'm like, you know? And she's like, indaba ujaha lelo bhande lelo lisemntweni into ebalulekile nje isikole. Yazi nje mina ingane yami nje bisizogreda. If it wasn't for le virus then bisizogreda nje excited, sonke sijabulile ukuthi bakithi umntanami uyogreda into semncane umntanami una 26 bezobe nje egreda sonke sijabulile nje first graduate esendlini. And before I left, I'm like, darling, this year is going to be my second graduation and I could take a break if I want to. So I don't know where you get off with this nonsense talk that you're giving me, but okay, thank you so much for taking my vitals, you know. And I also gave her that nice mean attitude, you know, because I just didn't understand where she got off, you know. And then I went off to the second part of this whole long day. Second part was just a simple HIV test with counseling. That went well. And then from there they needed to go do my blood work, so I needed to have blood drawn from me. I'm afraid of needles, so but we survived. They tried 3 times because they couldn't find my veins, but okay, they found them. They got the 2 tubes, and then from there I went to go get vaccinated. That man wasn't really nice. He just seemed stiff, man, and it was like a quick in and out with the vaccination, and afterwards it was actually really painful because I don't think he was actually gentle, but okay. And then the waiting game. Now I needed to do one last thing before I left, the last room that I needed to go to. The waiting, okay, waited an hour if not more for me just to go to that room. Eventually I get to that room and the lady was really nice. She was absolutely nice. She asked like a few questions. When was your last period, you know, those type of things. And then she's like, okay darling, please get on that that bed thing. And she's like, to close the curtains and strip, basically. Be as you were when you got to this world. And it just felt like a bit and invasive, but I mean, it's pregnancy. When you give birth, I'm pretty sure these sensitive parts are going to be exposed to everyone, so, but at the time it just felt a bit invasive for me. But fine, I did do the stripping thing, and then she has this thing here, you know, like scissors, ne? Where when you hold one end you can open with the one end, like the thongs like the thongs you use to fry meat. Like one side, if you close it up, it opens on the other side. That's what I was dealing with. She'd put this thing up in you and she'd open you up. But it wasn't like as painful, but that's what they do. You use this thing to check up everything up in you. I don't even know what they were looking for. And then you get a shot if you do have an infection and some meds for it, and then that's it. All in all, for my first clinic appointment, the nurses were absolutely nice, besides that first one who was trying to be that nice mean person. But everyone else was really nice. Everyone else wasn't like up in your business like how everyone says. Yeah, everyone, it was a chilled vibe and everyone was doing their job. And the only downfall that there was to it is that it took me 5 hours. 5 hours just for one appointment. What Nags is growing. Nags is growing really well. She's still a bit tiny, but your World War III that happens in me. I'm telling you, whenever I go a few hours without eating, I know, because she fights me. She fights me until I eat, and then she's fine again. And for this week, that is it. I hope you guys are staying safe and enjoying the quality time you get to spend with your loved ones. Until next week, it's love and light to you all.